Thank you very much for joining me for Amazon Sellers Breaking News for today, Friday, September 20th, 2019. And 5 breaking news stories, and I'm going to do my best to get it done in 5 minutes. Amazon sellers are always pressed for time. The 5 breaking news stories for today: intellectual property right complaints when it comes to multiple complaints against your account and what is causing the massive number of suspensions. Number 2, intellectual property right complaints and VORYS letters, VORYS, the infamous law firm that sends probably thousands of letters a year to sellers all over the United States. Intellectual property issues and private label sellers. Inauthentic suspensions, what you should not have on your invoices and what you should have on your invoices before you send them to Amazon. And breaking news story number 5, latest information about lawsuits against sellers. Intellectual property complaints and intellectual property issues when you have multiple complaints against your account and multiple possible IP issues against your account. So the breaking news is that there are more and more suspensions this week than we've seen probably in a good year and a half. And we don't know if Amazon has lowered the bar in light of the new terms of service that was imposed upon you on August 16th. But the straw that breaks the camel's back is just coming more often than we have seen in a long time. And if you have several IP complaints, several rights owner complaints against your account, start dealing with them right now. But if you're not yet suspended, there's no reason you have to wait. Contact the complainant. Hire us to contact the complainant. Explain why you're not violating anyone's intellectual property rights and get those complaints withdrawn before your account goes down. Breaking news story number 2, intellectual property issues and VORYS letters. VORYS is infamous for sending out thousands of letters to sellers claiming all sorts of baseless claims. The problem is, once in a while in their letters, there's actually a valid claim against a seller. The claim you need to worry about most that we've seen after reviewing probably dozens, if not more than dozens of letters from VORYS is intentional interference with contract. What that means is VORYS has set you up. They've identified brands that have exclusive authorization agreements, let you know about those distribution agreements, and then when you sell again, they make a claim against you for intentionally interfering with that contract. Third breaking news story, IP complaints and private label sellers. If you're a private label seller and you don't have a trademark, apply for a trademark today. Go to uspto.gov and fill out the form yourself. You do not need a lawyer. If you're uncomfortable, you can hire really any intellectual property lawyer to apply for it for you, but you can clearly do it yourself and you need some guidance. Again, check out our blog, run a search. Getting your own trademark is easy. Also, if you haven't yet applied, there's a 9-month delay, give or take, in actually getting a trademark approved in the United States. If you want a trademark right now, I strongly suggest you visit a website called Empire Flippers. They are the only business broker that I suggest anywhere in the world, and they sell online businesses. They're a broker for online businesses, and they have a fantastic vetting process that I stand behind 1,000%. And many of the businesses that they are selling come along with trademarks or IP rights. So if you are selling right now and you don't have a trademark and you want to get it quickly, check out empireflippers.com. Fourth breaking news story, inauthentic suspensions. Inauthentic suspension is still the #1 cause of accounts going down and listings going down. Inauthentic means that Amazon wants to see your invoices from where you sourced your products from. And what I want you to do is I want you to know what you should not have on your invoices, what you should not do before you submit to Amazon. Number 1, don't redact anything. Don't redact the price, don't redact the quantity. Even though it's posted all over online that you may do so, I know from cross-examining Amazon's witnesses they hold that against you. What you should also not have on your invoices is any handwriting where it doesn't apply. If there's a line for someone to put a signature, then it makes sense. But just errant handwriting on your invoices, Amazon looks at that as a negative. Also, what I don't want to see on your invoices are different names or addresses. Everything should match as much as possible your Amazon account, your account name, your business name, your address, your phone number, your website. As much as possible, make everything match. And the last tip I'm going to give when it comes to invoices is that your prices and your quantities must make sense, okay? If my Amazon seller's lawyer pen generally wholesales for $1, or my ASL mug wholesales for $1, and your invoice has it for a penny, that is a red flag to Amazon. Amazon has consistently denied having a database of invoices, and I don't believe it for a second. But you need to know what not to have on your invoices, and you need to know what your invoices should have. And again, visit our blog, run a search about inauthentics and invoices, and you will literally find dozens of articles and videos as to write your plan, how to write your plan of action, and also what your invoices should have, and more importantly, what your invoices should not have. Fifth breaking news story, lawsuits against sellers. GBC in Chicago. VORYS, who does occasionally or rarely start a lawsuit. David Gulbranson, Voigt, Gaffigan in Florida. These are all lawyers who seem to specialize in suing Amazon sellers. And if you are sued by any one of these law firms, anywhere in the country, please contact us. We have dealt with every one of these law firms, and we can absolutely give you some guidance on how you should address it. I also want you guys to know that in Hong Kong, Global Sources October 27, 28, and 29 is an incredible event for Amazon sellers all over the world. It is also a fantastic stepping stone for you to get into China to source your products directly and develop your private label brand. Thank you very much for joining me today for Amazon Sellers Breaking News.